I'm just curious because I'm always trying to evolve my process and try to get better. So the first 3 beers. So we went through Liz Wiz, Red Wiz, and Thuja. So give me some feedback here. What are we looking at?
They're good. They're fucking good.
Easily. The thing I think that really shines out is that they're all unique, and it's like you're not going to find anything like this anywhere else, to be honest. And I'd say like everything you have is like would be like exactly right on par with like anything else that any other any unique beers that any other like microbrews would come out with, something like their flagships, like your Liz was fantastic, really unique the way it comes in like as a Belgian, but it's still very like easy drinking like a Pilsner. So that would, in my opinion, that would be an excellent beer to have somebody who's used to only drinking Pilsners and say like, hey, I want you to maybe try to venture out, grab a Belgian and grab a Belgian. They don't want to do that, and you give them Liz Wiz. That might be right up their alley.
Cool.
That might be something right up their alley. So it's kind of like, I like what you're doing is you're kind of like crossing those gaps a little bit, especially with that one with some of your beers and making something that would be not so palatable to one person, maybe making it a little more pleasant for them.
Cool. That's actually very good to hear. Yeah. Because that's what I was aiming for.
or the next one up was with the hibiscus in it.
Oh yeah.
And it's an American Pilsner, but it has that little bit of sour to it. So you might have those people that like the little bit of sour, but they don't like a too sour or too hoppy. So it's a little bit lighter, and I don't know. It's enjoyable. I mean, it's not super sour like a sour is supposed to be. I mean, you didn't make that as a sour.
No, it's not sour. It's just the way hibiscus happens when you do the process I did.
So I mean, it has that little bit of sour at the end there, and people that have that sour taste that like it might want that because it's like it's a Pilsner, so it's light, but it has that sour taste to it. When you don't find that anywhere else, really.
No. Anytime I've tasted a sour, it is like, this is a sour. You're puckering up a little bit.
It's a Pilsner. We keep talking about sour beers. That makes no sense. But it's good. No, I'm not saying it's a negative thing, but
that's just how it works. That's what it tastes like. That's what I'm picking up.
I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Right. No, that's why I said it's a Pilsner, but it has that little bit of sour at the end.
Thank you.
Just a tiny bit of sour.
Perfect.
It's
That's
not.
what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And Thuja, the pineapple pale ale.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was so
I'm almost
good.
like tempted to figure out because I have family coming in like next weekend, and especially my aunt, she loves kind of like those lighter, little bit fruity beers. I'm like, any way I can get some of this home.
Well, I've got a bunch upstairs, so if you guys want to take some beer home, I got you.
Yes, because the girlfriend already asked me, can you bring some home?
Yeah, well, I'll make some stuff up when we get down here. So, our next one is not complete. Is that ice? I can't tell.
It's a little bit, yeah.
A little bit? You see a little
bit?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
you got an iceberg in there.
Yep, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Damn. Wait, is there one in this one?
No.
Nope. Cool. We're going to skip you, Salamandra. All right. But we are going to go into one of my favorite beers. I'm super proud of this. This is Madame Cluzione. Madame Cluzione. Cluzione is Italian for breakfast.
Oh.
This is our Mimosa Saison.
Oh.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so mimosa and saison, that is like not two things you would expect to hear in a beer ever.
No, see that's one thing about that triggered me to him. When we were talking and he brought that second one out, I was just like, this is different. Like it's a Pilsner.
Yeah, it has that look.
Sour.
It has that golden look to it. Everything. Like this is. Yeah. Very carbonated. I would hope so. Like keep in line with mimosas.
Because it's made with champagne. Well, the beer's not, but I'm saying that mimosas are made with champagne, so I overcarbonated on purpose to give you that mouthfeel and that like.
Yeah, and I feel like I pick up a little bit of like maybe that hint of starchiness that you feel with champagne that.
Mimosa.
And this, a beer sour too.
That's fucking good.
Oh shit! Best one so far yet, in my opinion.
Yeah. So the fun thing about this beer, so this is Salamander. This is our princess's best friend, right? So this is your companion beer, right? So Thuja is your sidekick, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's his role.
I'm sorry, but this is your patio pounder right here.
Okay.
No. This is the Sunday brunch beer. That's what this is. This is the Sunday brunch beer.
Yeah. So this beer is really cool because I actually make it with Riesling grape must, and orange juice concentrate. So it's kind kind of but
that's why I get that grape taste at the front then.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay,
it's literally I used wine ingredients to make it, right? So you use Riesling grape must, like you make like a Riesling wine.
Oh,
that's why at the very beginning you get that grape taste.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there just like the lingering taste in my mouth. I'm just tasting that more and more.
And you get that citrus tart.
That is definitely white grape. That is white grape sitting in there all day.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite beers because of we had to construct this.
I just ate a grape.
It's not quite. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
it's enough.
It's one of my favorites because of we had to construct it. We had to tell a story. You know.
I'm sorry, I like your
coasters.
Yeah, the coasters are cool.
They're from Burlington Coat Factory. They were $6.99. Yeah, no, it's really funny because actually last Christmas I bought them. Like I just saw them. We were looking for, I was looking for pants for work, and then I saw them and I bought them, and then I shit you not, 5 people bought me those coasters. I have 5 sets of those.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, great. I guess everyone knows I like drinking. That's a start.
You did start a brewery.
Yeah. I have ones at home that say stuff like beer because no good story ever started with somebody eating a salad.
Or milk or whatever the
case is. Move over coffee. This is a job for alcohol.
Yeah, but there's actually one of the signs upstairs we have is coffee you're on the bench, alcohol you're up.
There you go.
So Madame Quizione is actually, I'll show you guys the art for her, which is super neat in my opinion. Sorry, I might be wrong. But
that's okay. I've seen some of the artwork. It looks good.
So that's Madame Quizione. She's actually a White's tree frog.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a White's tree frog, but she's basically, I call her the matron of mischief, because she's that aunt that lets you drink at her birthday party, but doesn't tell your parents. But then when they're around, they're super about the rules.
She's like, okay, I know you're 14, you shouldn't be drinking, but here you go.
Yeah, and then but at the same time, you have. But
she's
when
the
your
party aunt.
but when your parents are around, everything's about the rules and being strict and following everything. So that's why she's
got to keep the act on.
Got to keep the act on, right? So Red Wiz, this is actually the art for him.
So this is why so this beer is modeled after her, so you can disguise it as an orange juice and go like, oh no, he's only got or like an orange soda, whatever, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Red Wiz.
Ooh, yeah, he does look a little upset.
Your friend is. You said your friend did this?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
that's some great artwork there.
Yeah, it's some great artwork.
We're not going to show this to people because we don't want you guys to steal it.
It's
not that I don't have faith in the internet, it's that I don't have faith in the internet.
That's funny. And then because Pallidus isn't here, but that one was actually, so all of our beers are actually going to have their logo. All the beer's logos are going to be our logo, but with them in the circle.
Okay,
that's why they're all drawn the way.
That's cool.
I was wondering how you were going to do that, and
Super Mega Ultra branding.
I was thinking that's how you might do that, and on the spot.
You got like extra clothes,
Yeah, so it's going to be like how the logo for you people who couldn't really see it. It's going to be a circle artwork of the character holding like their mug of beer or whatever, that mug of beer, and it's very good artwork, very well colored, and if you see what their logo looks like for Faklandia Brewing, something familiar.
Strangely familiar. Yep.
Yeah. What that says, it's right under there, so it's a great idea.
Thank you for that. I'm just gonna roll this for a minute to get Salamander thawed out. She's an ice cold bitch. Sorry. Don't make that come through your nose. You guys, and you guys are sipping on that. Do you guys have any questions so far or anything?
No, I'm just enjoying this.
I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's completely
I get excited.
fine.
This is my passion problem.
Yeah. So let's take this second, then plug your Kickstarter a little bit. So I noticed you have like different tiers, and depending on what you buy, I mean, you have like hats and T-shirts available.
Yep,
and stuff like that.
we have a full line of merch. So I mean, you have your stickers. I mean, I've got these work shirts that are super cool. They're embroidered by Joe Roten at On Time Tees. Plug that guy because he does all my other work too. But yeah, on the back you can see like that's some pretty good work.
I'll take a picture of that.
On Time Tees, as in Bayview.
Yep.
And the owner, John Legath, actually.
Yep. And
I went to school with him.
You know, like everybody, Jesus.
And so they do all that. We have our hats on there, the colored T-shirts, black and white T-shirts. We have a really cool one. We're actually gonna. I think it's the. Let me just pull up the tiers real quick, so I'm not lying to you guys on the internet. Because the internet nowadays, if you say something, someone will Google it and figure it out and get mad at you.
Yeah. And hate you forever. Get really super petty over it.
Yeah.
But I think it was I think it was just so as low as like $15. You get like you had like T-shirts available at that point.
I will tell you in 1 second.
But yeah, you don't need a large donation to go help promote, and anything you can do. Every single thing we've had so far has been fantastic. So anything, if you go and you pledge on this Kickstarter and spread it to people, spread the word. Like, especially if you're a nerd or a gamer out there, please do.
Have you ever been to 42 Ale House?
I have. So what I'm doing, and I know that a lot of people have asked that question. Have you been to 42? Have you been to Oak and Shield? Have you done Binary or any of that? So what we're doing differently. Okay, now this is like somebody asking this question. So what's going to set you apart? Can you game at those places? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to push it. You are going to learn it. If you are in our culture, you are part of it. If you don't want to be, that's fine. But if I'm going to teach you how to play
Nerd
D&D,
forever. Sorry.
So you're gonna have,
Nerd forever.
So the thing is I believe that one of the great things that's been lost is our imaginations. Nobody plays outside.
Agreed.
Nobody makes cardboard forts. Everyone jokes about it. The people that joke about it are in their late 20s, early 30s, and that's because that's how we grew up. We grew up with skin knees, dirt in our mouth, messy hair. Like,
yep.
We came home when the streetlights are on. That's when dinner was done because that's when Mom knew we were coming home because that's the rule that everyone had, right?
Yep.
So that's the good old fashioned.
Go do something.
Yeah, exactly. And so what did you do if you weren't a kid that had money or you didn't have you went to like what our friend group, we actually ended up going to a Half Price Books, and we did a bake sale / lemonade stand, and we raised money so that we could buy the D&D core set 2.5. Yes, I'm that old. So we were able to start playing, and we got into it, and we used Monopoly figurines because we all had a Monopoly set at home, and the Life people as our we set it up on the board, and it had cars, and I mean you name it, right? So the creativity. So we're trying to just bring that back, so you're not sitting in a bar on your phone. Right. I know I'm on it now, but I'm trying to get you guys in the Kickstarter thing. So, but when you come to order a beer at the bar, right? It's gonna have the menu's gonna have two sides, and it's not gonna be like a list of the beers. That's gonna be up on the wall. But there's gonna be a character sheet with a picture of the character, and on the first side is gonna have all of the the stats of the beer, and on the other side is gonna be the character stats if you were playing D&D. So you can take that back to your table and actually play we're gonna have some predetermined campaigns. So you can sit down and just start playing. We're gonna have somebody who's gonna
Dude, that's fucking cool.
I'm already in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mike. I love exploring, but I might be going this a little bit more.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry,
You're
Mike.
asking me, yeah, because
I got some friends.
I'm Mug 106. I'm Mug 106.
I got some friends who are like big into D&D, and like one especially, he's like made his own like card game or whatever and stuff like that. So I want to get these people as soon as you get up and running, I'm gonna be like, hey, the next time the four of us have a party, we're going there, and they'd be all in for it.
No, the reason why I asked you if you
I'm like, guys, we're going to Faklandia, nowhere else, and we're just gonna get drunk and play games with this characters.
As I know the owner, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
So I go there all the damn time, and I love that place. And I've helped him get a couple different beers from a couple different breweries already. So
where is my thing? Like, I don't want to, like, log in. I want to just look at my page as not me. Because, okay, so basically, I think it's a $5,000 donation, but we're going to get a,
see if I can
we're going to get a portrait of you painted on the wall. I think it's called, what is it called? Ben is so creative, and he is hilarious.
Is that your
my business partner, Ben Mante, his beer that we don't have tonight, unfortunately, is called the Mante Core. His last name is Mante. And that is our peanut butter banana Nutella stout.
Huh.
Oh! Why do you not have that?
Because we only make it on.
Did you run out your?
Well, we only release it on our birthdays. So Progenitor is the god of Faklandia. That's me. But he is he's a wise old toad as the character in the story. And Liz was actually part of the story. He has to go on a quest to find him because Progenitor is going to help him figure out who he is. And that's our Russian Imperial Stout. It's 15%. It's brewed with agave, molasses, and honey.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yes, hold it up.
So $5 or more gets you a thank you. So we're gonna write you a nice email, or send you a letter if you leave us your address. $10 or more, we'll get you a podcast shout out. So if we're gonna do our podcast once we get funded, and announce that we are.
Well, do you have a podcast right now?
No, we are going to. It's going to be about doing things with beer that you normally wouldn't. And it's going to be, so we're going to actually be making beer on our podcast.
Okay.
And we're going to be taking suggestions. So when somebody says, I want a mimosa beer, and we're going to go, okay, and I'll figure it out, because that's who I am.
And you're like, but you already have one.
I know, but I'm just saying, that was actually an example, because actually Ben was like, what are you going to do? Make a mimosa beer? And I looked at him and I said, watch me. And I did.
You're like, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. And then the $15 is stickers, so you get your sticker and you can do whatever you want with it. And then for $20 you get Knick Knack Patty Whack, which is you get the magnet and the sticker. Hoorah! Ooh. Along with first of all, everything you get before that, so you're gonna get your email and your high five. And $25 or more, we're gonna give you a signed photo of me and Ben. So if we ever become internet famous, you'll have that.
There you go.
$40 or more, represent Faklandia on your chest. So you're going to get a limited edition, the black and white t-shirts, which is a limited run. We only did one run of those. So if you have a black and white t-shirt, you're a part of our promo crowd. The color ones are moving forward. They might look cooler, but the black and white ones mean more to us because they were the original run of what we did and actually got us off the ground to be able to get to where we are now. So thanks guys for whoever bought a black and white t-shirt and could probably wear one.
Cough, minimum $40 donation. Cough.
Cough. And you also get the sticker, the magnet, the high five, and the email with that. $50, you get it in color if you really like colors. We have a pretty colorful background, so there's that. $100 gets you the hat and the black and white shirt with the magnet, the sticker, the high five, and the email. $125, what's in the box? So you're going to get the bottle opener, a hat, t-shirt, sticker, magnet. So you get your choice with that one, obviously, a black and white or color t-shirt. What's in the bigger box? You get the keychain, bottle opener, hat, t-shirt, sticker, and magnet. I said t-shirt, right? Yeah. $200, what's in the biggest box? See, again, more pop culture references. Yeah. So you get your etched pint glass, your keychain, bottle opener, hat, t-shirt, sticker, magnet. And then $500, you get the MK Cribs Brewery Edition. So you get your one limited edition pint glass, keychain, bottle opener, hat, t-shirt, sticker, magnet. And when we open, come in, show proof that you supported us. We'll know who you are because it tells us.
Yeah.
And you get your exclusive Acolyte Founders mug. So we are going to have a mug club, but it's going to be like a wooden tankard. It's super cool.
Oh.
A wooden one?
It's a wooden tankard. Yeah, we're going to spend some money on you guys, but that's fine. But you get an exclusive Acolyte Founders mug. So you have Acolytes.
32 ounce plus?
Yeah, it's a big bastard of a mug. And you get a private, personalized, behind-the-scenes tour where all the magic happens, and you get to hang out with us for however long we feel like drinking with you. Probably till I can't see you anymore. So if you give us $1,000, if Liz can brew, so can you. So you're going to get all the fun stuff we mentioned before. On top of, we get a one-on-one brew day with me and Ben. So you get to actually make a beer with us.
Make your own beer or whatever, or like.
So basically, what we're gonna do is I'll walk you through the brewing process, so you actually get to do. One of my favorite moments of Barley to Barrel was stirring the mash in the mash tun for the first time on a big boy system, and I like almost cried. I promise you, it was amazing. It's like life changing. You know, some people find Jesus. I find a well-turned mash.
Or you find Jesus in a well-turned
Yeah.
mash.
Oh
You
my
never
God,
know.
this grain bill looks like Jesus.
Hi, Nate.
Yeah, exactly. And except for you probably look at me like this. But, so you get to make a beer with us, and we'll slap hey, this batch brewed with John Smith. It'll be super fun. $5,000. Don't go anywhere. Get like Van Gogh, get it?
Yeah.
So all of that fun stuff, right? Except for we're replacing the brew day with a beautiful portrait of you that will be hung in the brewery as a tribute to your contribution to start the brewery. So it's going to be like an 8x12 like gold frame like giant hand painted thing. You could be riding a.
You're immortalized.
You're immortalized. Yeah, you're part of the scenery.
I want that. I really don't.
So for $10,000, the low price of $10,000. Yes, 4 zeros. You're in the story, Harry. You get all of that fun stuff, except for the bottom thing is we will draw you a character, and you get to be part of the story. So you get your own NPC beer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
if you got $10,000 and you have a checkbook, go ahead and write that.
You get a beer designed after you, after a character.
Yeah, it'll be drawn and it'll be in a comic book and all that fun stuff.
So if you think the photo was being immortalized,
yeah, it's
the beer you'll be
Thanks
immortalized within everybody else. Not a
yeah,
problem.
no, it's So I know it's a lot of fun stuff. We wanted to give you some variety, and we wanted to make it interactive. And that was one of the biggest things. And like I mentioned earlier, when I was drinking with these guys before we decided to turn the camera on, we're actually going to be geocaching items into the real world. And I know I mentioned this earlier, but what does that mean for you, the viewers? So instead of being like, let's go to Faklandia on a Saturday at 11, let's wake up at 9 a.m. And let's go geocaching and do some adventure stuff on a map. And go find items in the real world like a cape, a cloak, a ring, beard, kaleidoscope. I mean, you name it. We're going to have all sorts of fun stuff hidden out there. And you're going to go find an item and you bring it back to the brewery for a bonus that day, right? So you turn that item into us. We give you something there, whether it's a discount, it's a free something or another. If you bring back more than one item, and I'm going to stress this is going to be part of the fun, if you bring back more than one item, you bring out 5 items, like a whole set for one character, you're going to get a Super Mega Ultra bonus because they stack, okay? So each item is going to have its own bonus. They're all going to come at the same time, and you're going to get a set bonus if you have 2 or more items, 3 or more items, 4 or more items, that whole thing. If you've ever played Diablo or... what's another game with set item pieces that I just can't think of? Skyrim has that, I believe, and any of the Elder Scrolls games. I know Elder Scrolls does.
I played loads of Torchlight.
Torchlight, yeah, there you go. RuneScape. You nerds out there that do that. So just keep in mind that I'm going to be taking you out of the basement and making you go find stuff in the real world. So
get used to it.
Deal with your agoraphobia now. Just kidding. If you don't really have it, don't sue me. I'm just trying to make it fun, interactive, and I want to. The whole vision that me and Ben have is taking a world that exists in corners and in is reserved for certain places, and I want to bring that into a different culture. I want to bleed into something that's bigger, and I want to
The thing is, there's nerds throughout the beer world.
Oh yes.
Yo, if you're a beer nerd, you're a regular nerd. I don't know a single.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
it's
I
crazy.
mean, bringing this into brewing, dude, it's an awesome idea. Awesome
Yeah.
idea.
And I like writing. I actually originally I wanted to be an English teacher, and then I just didn't have the patience to sit through that. And then my dad's a dentist, and I didn't want to be a dentist because, again, sitting through school was boring. But I took all my knowledge of biochemistry and all that fun stuff that I learned, and applied it to this. And I don't suck
Very
at this.
applicable.
So
No, I haven't had one beer yet.
No,
That I've
he
said
does
like,
not.
bleh. No,
That's
everything is
something I wanted
excellent.
to bring up.
Ooh, this is more
People
amber
are
color.
sitting here watching us drink this. How can they try your beer?
So
they know, like, going forward, like putting or donating money to you to help you get the brewery going. How can they try your beer so that they know?
So fun stuff. There's been a few times. So we had an MBS event, Milwaukee Beer Society. We just did an event with them on the 19th of June.
Roll the dice.
Boom. So we just did an event on the 19th of June, and the big thing with that was we had our 10 beers we're trying now. We had 36 people RSVP, and I believe 52 showed up. So that was cool. We
So
actually ran on it.
52 people out of 36.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Figure out that math, everybody.
Yeah,
Give you 2
it
seconds.
doesn't add up. So, which was really cool, and a huge shout out to Jared and Steve who organized that event, and I had to get the beer together, and it really did a lot for us getting the word out there, and
Yeah.
so events like that, we do contract brewing through. I've done it once with New Barons Brewing Cooperative. Those guys are absolutely amazing, super supportive. I actually wouldn't be here as far as I am without John and Matt. Their support is just incredible, and all the New Barons. So if you ever get a chance and wanna buy into to what they do, contact one of them, and they'll be sure to help you out and point you in the right direction. Because I owe a lot of what I'm doing right now to them and what me and Ben have really put together. But enough of that sappy stuff for a second. But what the hell was I saying?
I don't remember.
Fun stuff. But either way, so you just so trying the beer, yeah. So we do collaborations with people like them. We're gonna do we did a collaboration with One Barrel Brewing with Peter Schroeder.
I've been to the new. Have you been to the new location out in Door County?
I have not. I don't. I'm from West Dallas. I don't go past Highway 100. So they that's like I'm
Dude,
half.
you gotta go, dude.
I'm going to Texas tomorrow. It's fine. Okay.
I know,
So
man. That's why this is happening right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My cousin Dave turns 40. He's cool. All right, so but what I was saying, or if you run into me on the street and you're super nice to me and buy me a burrito, I might, you might get to come here to Faklandia Home Bar, but don't tell the government. But yeah, there's that. And then you can try all the beer of mine you want, because I'm totally cool talking about it. In case you haven't noticed. So yeah, that's really how right now we are trying those beers, and anytime we do a collaboration, or if I can get contract brewing sooner than later, I'm trying to work with some people, local breweries in the area, to get doing that so we can get our license and our name out there earlier before we actually secure a spot. I spent the last 2 weeks looking at spots. And we're looking at all different parts of the city. We're pretty open right now. So if anyone knows of anything with affordable rent and sizable space,
Let them know.
Let me know.
Everything's great. You will not be disappointed.
That's how you get beer. You tell me where I can live.
What about Enlighten's old place? They just moved out.
Who?
Enlighten.
They're still using it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, which is cool. It's great for them. I love those guys. Tommy and James are awesome. They've been nothing but great, and they make good liquid, and that's actually where New Brand's contracted out of. So when we did our batch of Palatus, we actually brewed our beer there, and I loved working on that system.
Why don't you talk to Mike Doble? He rents his stuff out too.
Yeah, it's all those things you got. There's a lot of things that go into it, and it's one of those things where I understand if it's not opportune for not everybody. I'm not saying I've had that conversation with Mike or anyone else yet. I'm just saying that's an opportunity that we are open to, right? So but me and Ben right now are really focusing on finding where our permanent home's going to be.
Right.
And one of the biggest factors for us is, you know, you have to be cost effective and have, you know, the right space, right? It's like, it sounds super weird, but finding a space is like finding a wedding dress. You're gonna walk into one, and you're gonna go, "Yep, this is it."
Yeah.
There's not
exactly.
It's all
unless you have an unlimited
location,
right.
and you know the space.
Unless you have an
available.
infinite amount of money, and then you can do whatever the hell you want. I don't have that.
Right. No.
So
Yeah.
I'm doing everything on a
I mean,
shoestring budget.
look at Stockhouse Brewing. I mean,
Mark Mahoney is like my favorite guy ever. Just so everyone knows that he's hilarious, and I actually bought my car from him. So he's a very nice guy. But either way, and he obviously makes good beer. I plug him on Facebook all the time. But either way, actually he's helped me out, and we've had conversations, and you know, everyone's so supportive in the beer community, especially in Milwaukee. And
yes. We've had discussions with damn near every brewer that we've talked to.
Yep.
Like
the biggest thing that you run into in every industry, whether it's like let's just take a really wide one, right? So you have Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, right?
Oh yeah.
Those three people hate each other, right? But if you take like Third Space, City Lights, you know, Explorium, right? They're all breweries, but they're all willing to work together to do something, right? Everybody's on a common ground and a common goal, unless you're like AB InBev or SAB Miller. No offense, you guys do what you do, and that's great. Capitalism, woo. What? But just. But at the end of the day, the smaller guys have to watch out for each other, and this community is awesome, and I've had nothing but support, encouraging words, and I wouldn't be doing this still. I wanted, like anything else, and I see
more of the smaller breweries really working together with each other. The bigger ones like Third Space, City Lights, MKE, they like to keep separate from everybody else, and that's what I've really noticed. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a brewer, but I mean, from outside looking in, I mean, I don't see them doing a whole lot of collabs with anybody. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what, I think that's that just comes with growth. I think that
and probably a little choice as well.
And also your personal preference. Like, remember I was talking about what story are we trying to tell?
Right.
Lakefront is, I mean, they started craft beer in Milwaukee.
Yeah, they did.
Right? And And Russ Clishes and Jim are awesome guys, right? And they have a vision and they're sticking to it. Same thing with Jim and MKE. They have their vision and they're doing what they do, and it's great. And there's nothing. We're not knocking the people who don't collab, right?
Right.
So it's just
finding your system and figuring out what works for you, and they've got it established and it's working. So if the formula's not broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
And those I
guess.
And it's harder, right? So if me, like, let's say I walk in MK and say, hey, I want to collab with you guys.